I just learned a really fun way to draw pictures. I'm going to show you one that I just started, but I haven't finished coloring yet, and then maybe we can draw one like it together. So here's my picture. It's an ice cream cone, but the fun thing about this picture is when you open up the paper, whoa, you can't even see it, it's so big. The ice cream cone grows. Look at that. So it starts off as one scoop, and when you stretch it open, let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4 scoops of ice cream. I guess these are called growing pictures. This is the one that I want to do with you today. I'm just going to get it for you. Okay, you ready? I have to fold it so you see it in its small first. It's a little monster. Can you imagine what happens when it opens up? Let's see. Ah! Oh, you can't even see it. It's so big. I'll turn it that way. It starts off as a cute little happy monster, and it grows into a big scary monster. So, should we try it? Okay. I'm just going to get myself ready. I'm going to put this over here. I'm going to click so all you can see is what I'm doing. And let's get started. So the first thing we need to do is we need to fold our paper. It's going to be a little bit tricky to see because this is a white paper on a white background. I'm going to turn it this way so you can really see it. But the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to fold it in half. So I line up the edges, and then I press down in the middle, and I move my fingers out to one side and out to the other side. So now, let me see if I can show you. I've taken that piece of paper. Here, maybe I'll do it like this. There I am. I've taken a piece of paper, and I've folded it in half. Okay? Now what we're going to do is we're going to fold the top part, the open part, back again. So you can get your parents to help you, or an older brother and sister if this is too tricky. So I'm going to hold it up again so you can see it. So I folded it in half. That was the first time. And then I took one piece and I just folded it back. So now I have this piece that opens up, and that's where our monster will grow. Okay, so here we are. Here's our piece of paper. I just have to make sure I have it so you can see it too. And I'm going to use a black Sharpie today. And just going to move this out of the way. We're going to start with our monster's eyes. So remember, this is the part that opens up. Do you see? And we have to really watch this fold. So we don't want to be drawing over top of the fold. Watch really carefully where this fold is. So we're going to start by putting one eye and two eye, pretty big eyes. And we're going to leave a little circle of white at the top so it looks like our monster's eyes are shiny. And I'm going to fill in the rest of the eye with my black marker. Just going slow. Excuse me. Then I'm going to add 2 nostrils right in the middle, a little circle and a little circle. Now we're going to add the shape of our monster's head. So we're going to do an upside down U, but we're just doing it on the top of the fold. So starting here on this side of the fold, go up and around and stop at the fold. If you go over a little bit, it's okay. No big deal. Now let's do the bottom. So now we're going to start where that line left off, and we're just going to come down on both sides. Okay? Got that so far? Now let's do the little foot. We're going to come around and up. On the other side too. Around and over a bit and up. And then let's connect those 2 lines to be the bottom of the body. Good. Now we need to add our mouth. Now the mouth is really important. Let me show you the original one again. The mouth needs to be drawn so that the bottom lip is on the bottom piece of paper and the top is just along the edge of the fold. So let me show you what that looks like when it's just white. So I'm going to have it kind of curve up, and I'm going to come right along the fold and curve up, and then I'm going to go again and put the bottom lip in on the bottom piece of paper. So you can see when I open it, the bottom lip is there and the top lip is there. And now I can just kind of color it in so that it's just one little smiley mouth, and I'm going to color it in pretty smoothly and fix up those edges so they look good, because he's a happy little kind monster right now. And I'm going to give him little smile lines, and then we've got his face pretty well done. Now I'm going to add some details. I'm going to add his belly, so I'm going to do like a U here, and I'm going to connect the top and just draw some lines in the middle to make it a bit more interesting. I'm going to put some toes on, some claws, maybe 3 little V's. 1, 2, 3. And on this side, 1, 2, 3. Okay, you with me? Now let's add some horns. You can make your horns look however you want, but I'm going to make mine kind of curvy on one side and curvy on another side, and curvy here and curvy here. Then I'm just going to make them look a bit more like horns by adding some stripy lines to them. Now I think all that's left to add is some spikes. So I just do zigzags. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 looks good. I like that. And down the side too. I like doing them in groups of 3s. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And there, let's see, did I get all the bits? Let's look at our first guy. I think we got them all. Oh, I forgot to color those spikes. I'll do that later. Okay, so now comes the magic. So now we have to open up our monster, because this is where he's going to grow. And unfortunately, you can't see my whole piece of paper. I wonder if I can zoom out. Just a second. I'm going to pause it and try. And the answer to that question was no. So now we'll just work with what we've got. I can always turn it this way so you can see the whole thing again. But right now I'm just going to keep it this way. And you can see here, you can see the top of his mouth and the bottom of his mouth. So now his mouth is going to be stretched really wide. So our first job is to start on this line and connect it to this line, because this is going to be the side of his body. So you just try to go straight down, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. All the way down. Now we need to add the details of the mouth. But first we have to show the sides of the mouth. So we're going to come here from the side of the mouth and go all the way down to that side of the mouth. And the same on this side. All the way down to the side of the mouth. Now we get to put in the teeth. And I like to put in big, sharp, jagged teeth. So I'm going to do a big W here. Boom, all the way down, all the way up, all the way down, all the way up. And maybe some shorter ones. Another W that's shorter. And maybe another W that's shorter over here. So now he's got those big, sharp fangs. And I'm going to do the same thing here, only the other way. So I guess they're more like M's. Up, down in the middle. Up, down, down. You fit as many teeth as you want in your monster. That's as many teeth. Did I say feet? I meant teeth. Fit as many teeth as you want in your monster. I guess you can fit as many feet as you want too, but we're doing the teeth right now. Okay, so my monster that I drew before, he's got a little friend inside his mouth, so we're going to draw him. So just starting on the teeth, making sort of upside down U shape again, and we'll stick some eyes on him. Let's give him some big eyes with that circle that shows that they're shiny. Color them in. And we'll do a mouth. I'm going to do kind of like an open mouth, like he's shouting. And here's his tongue. And here's just the dark, empty spot of his mouth. And then, because I want him to look kind of surprised, I'm going to put some eyebrows on him too. And he's saying, "Let me out of here." So he needs some hands up in the air. It's kind of silly, isn't it? Okay, our big monster needs arms too. So let's do this. Let's add a line to the side and a line up. Now, just be really careful. You don't want to draw anything above this fold, because then you'll see it when it's closed. So we want to make sure that it's a surprise when we open it up. So keep all of your drawing below that fold right there. Okay? So I did one line with a kind of bend. I'm going to draw another one just the same but below it. It's going to be his arm. And I'm going to give him some claws. So I'm going to go up with a curvy line and a point and back, and then another curvy line and a point and back. Okay? You can do your claws how you like them. Just don't put them above that line right there. Okay, let's do the same on the other side. So again, one line like that. Can you see that one? Yep. And then again beside it, do the same thing so that it's his whole arm. And now we're going to do some claws. I don't have as much room on this side, so my claws might look a little different this time. That's okay. Try and fit them in the best I can. That's pretty good. Now, just to make them a little bit more interesting, I'm just going to put some lines on his arms and some lines on his claws, so they kind of look like talons from a eagle or a bird. And then I'm doing the same thing on the other side, just to make it a bit more interesting. And now I would like to give him some little wings. Now again, I don't want to draw below where the bottom of his mouth is. So I'm going to put the wings a little bit right below his arms, so they're up here. And I'm going to do a line out and a line out. And then at the bottom, I'm just going to do little bumps. Bump, 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 bump. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. An upside down V and some bump, 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 bumps. And then just to make them look a bit more like wings, I'm going to add some lines in the middle. And I think that is all my drawing. Let's see. If I close it, do I have a nice little happy monster? Yeah, I do. He's happy. He's just smiling. And then, there's the big monster. Here's the happy monster. And the big monster. And you can take your time and color your monster however you like. I'll show you how I colored mine, and maybe I should finish it now. I'm going to turn it this way so you can see it really well. I'm going to finish coloring his spikes orange, and I have to color his toenails. What color will I color his toenails? How about yellow? Yellow toenails sound good to me. Well, they don't sound good to me, but they sound good for a monster. There we go. And there you have your finished growing monster. What other growing pictures could you draw? Here, maybe I'll show it like this. I'm going to show myself again. Here's the monster. And there he is, all big. Ready? Happy, cute, kind monster. Have fun with that one. I can't wait to see what you come up with. Here, let's put it that way. Until next time, bye.